It's about also knowing in your heart that you may never reach that glorious moment until you die. So live life on the edge, halfway between heaven and hell, and let's all dance in the middle in purgatory.
Shocking behavior is worth nothing without talent. Lady Gaga proved this by her own example. At the age of 36, she managed to become a legend of modern pop music. Although she likes to excite the audience with bold outfits, bright shows and scandalous music videos, she owes her success to talent and strong character. Before climbing the musical Olympus, for several years she knocked against the thresholds of dubious New York clubs. Before the coveted Oscar for the film A Star is Born, she received the Golden Raspberry due to an unsuccessful launch in the cinema. On the way to social activism, the singer herself went through abuse, rape and depression. Lady Gaga knows firsthand what she sings about. She sings about unsuccessful relationship, the consequences of fame, and the healing and destructive power of art. It is worth hearing her songs for once, and it becomes obvious. Her scandalous antics like the famous meat dress are only a piquant seasoning to strong music and bright performance. Where and when was the star Lady Gaga born? How did an Italian girl from Manhattan become the second Madonna? What did she have to sacrifice for fame? Lady Gaga's real name is Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanata. She was born on March 28, 1986 in New York in a wealthy family of immigrants from Italy. Her parents, Giuseppe and Cynthia Germanata, were engaged in business, while her father worked as an entrepreneur for some time, and in his youth, he played in one of the ensembles in New Jersey. In addition to Stephanie, there also was her sister Natalie, who is 6 years younger. Currently, she is Lady Gaga's personal stylist. The girl showed a talent for music early. Already at the age of 4, she independently learned to play the piano and performed Michael Jackson's songs, recording them on a children's cassette recorder. Stephanie was never afraid to speak to the public, subsequently saying, "I grew up a completely fearless girl. No matter the weight of responsibility I had to bear, I still rose and went toward my goal." And she had one goal, to become a famous singer, and for the sake of her achievement, the future star was ready for everything. Since the age of 11, she studied at the prestigious Manhattan School, Convent of the Sacred Heart. In the same period, the Hilton sisters attended this elite educational institution, and a few decades earlier Caroline Kennedy, the daughter of U.S. President John Kennedy, studied there. Stephanie did not get along with her classmates. She did not communicate with the elite of the school, occasionally rubbing up against them in the corridors. She dressed in non-standard way, her interests were not shared among the circle of the school, and she was a laughingstock most of the time among her peers. However, at parties, she was the brightest individual demonstrating her bright stage and musical talent. Some girls were hostile to me. I didn't dress like everyone else, and I already sang in groups. And they didn't understand why I was so passionate about it. However, I was the heart and the soul of any party, said Lady Gaga. Against all the odds, she warmly recalls all those years. After school, the girl entered the Tisch School of Art at New York University, becoming one of 20 students who made it through the entrance examination. However, she studied there for only 2 years. Lady Gaga left her studies for the development of a solo musical career. She was 19 years old at that time. The singer's father, although he was not a supporter of such radical measures, agreed to financially support her daughter, but under the sole condition: if in a year her career does not move off the ground, she will return to college and leave her dubious musical experiments in the past. Father's attitude is justifiable. From the age of 14, the future Lady Gaga, who was then still known as Stephanie, performed in clubs in New York with different groups, played on several theater stages and did everything to attract attention. She sang in a burlesque show with transvestites, wore napped fabric and microscopic shorts like Amy Winehouse, which she would change for leather thongs from time to time. There were glitter, leopard prints, and high heels. With a height of 155 centimeters, the singer considered this attribute simply necessary. Sometimes she even set fire to hair polish, shocking and frightening the audience. Speaking shortly, the future pop star desperately sought her stage style, periodically receiving comments for obscene exposure. One day, her father came to her performance at the Lower East Side Club. The respectable Catholic was in shock. "He could not look into my eyes for months," recalled sometime later Lady Gaga. In 2006, the singer was noticed by producer scout Rob Fusari in one of the clubs in New York, and Rob advised his boss to pay attention to the novice artist. They worked together for the next 2 years, recording hip-hop compositions, and also having an affair. However, this romance quickly dried up, and the relationship ended in scandal. The producer demanded compensation from the singer for the pseudonym Lady Gaga, allegedly invented by him, but he did not achieve anything. In fact, the pseudonym appeared by accident. Stephanie began each singing in the studio with the song Queen Radio Gaga, and at one of the rehearsals, the computer automatically replaced the word radio with lady. And therefore, I decided, I'm not Stephanie anymore. Now, call me Lady Gaga, announced the singer. From that moment, a new charismatic performer, Lady Gaga, appeared on the world pop stage. In 2016, another tawdry tale happened in Gaga's affair with her first producer. Visiting a shelter for LGBT teenagers, the artist said that at the age of 19, Fusari raped her and threw her out of a car on one of the streets of New York. Today, I shared my most secret with the world. Secrets make you suffer shame, she said then. The singer is still experiencing attacks of post-traumatic stress disorder, as immediately after the rape, she was in severe depression for several months and even intentionally inflicted bodily harm on herself. In 2008, Lady Gaga met producer Vincent Herbert and began writing songs for Interscope Records. Her compositions were performed by Pussycat Dolls, Britney Spears, Fergie. It was a kind of warm-up before her own author's music. It was the work on songs that prompted me to improve in the author's field, subsequently noted the singer. Rapper Akon helped her come out of the shadows. He highly praised not only her authors, but also Gaga's vocal qualities. She met the performance artist Lady Starlight and began recording her own songs and grew noticeably in terms of stage. It was in joint performances with her that Lady Gaga finally found her stage image, which later became her claim to fame. It is based on the synthesis of the features of David Bowie and Freddie Mercury. Later, at one of the Grammy ceremony, holding the coveted award, the singer will say that her whole career was tribute to David Bowie. I've been looking for my style for a long time. In New York clubs I was called too theatrical, in theaters, too poppy. But then I noticed Bowie and Queen. Their songs combined pop and theater. This is where I saw my way. Sometime later, Gaga moves to Los Angeles and begins to work closely on a solo album. Her debut record, The Fame, was released in August 2008 and gained resounding success, climbing to the top of the charts in most countries of the world. It was a real breakthrough. Poker Face and Just Dance songs became world hits. Lady Gaga even performed the last single on July 14, 2008 in Vietnam at the Miss Universe contest. By the end of the year, the debutante was already being talked about as the new Madonna, and she herself went on a 6-month tour of North America. The Fame is about how everyone can feel famous. I want to invite you all to the party. I want people to feel part of this lifestyle, subsequently explained by Lady Gaga. After the first record, the albums were releasing one by one. It seems that all the creative power that Gaga accumulated from school broke out and blew up the pop scene. Next year, she released her second solo album, which was first planned as the ideological successor to The Fame, but it became a self-sufficient record. Its name, The Fame Monster, suggests that Gaga again explores her favorite topics, fame, its impact on the life and work of the artist. The album was released in November 2009. The song Bad Romance became a super hit. After a new success, Lady Gaga went on another months-long concert tour of the Monster Ball Tour, and in early 2010, she received 2 Grammy Awards, for the song Poker Face and the album The Fame. On this wave, Time magazine included the singer in the list of 100 most influential people of the year, and sometime later she won 8 MTV nominations, including receiving an award for the video for the song Bad Romance, which entered Guinness World Records as the most popular woman in terms of the number of requests on the web.
I want you to reject anyone or anything that's ever made you feel like you don't belong, or don't fit in, or made you feel like you're not good enough, or pretty enough, or thin enough, or can't sing well enough, or dance well enough, or write a song well enough, or like you'll never win a Grammy, or you'll never sell out Madison Square Garden. You just remember that you're a goddamn superstar, and you were born this way.
However, this was not enough for Gaga. A few months later, she released her third studio album, Born This Way. An hour after the official release, the songs from it were all over the globe, and in the first week, 2 million copies were sold. According to tradition, after the release, Gaga went on a prom tour, which started in 2012 at the Olympic Stadium in Seoul. However, it had to be interrupted due to a hip injury. Lady Gaga's shows almost always received rave reviews from viewers and were a wild commercial success. This is not surprising. Gaga knows how to stun charisma with shocking and non-standard outfits. At the MTV Video Music Awards ceremony in 2010, where she was awarded for the Bad Romance music video, the artist arrived in her famous meat dress. She got on stage in an outfit of real raw steaks, a hat of meat and meat boots, bandaged with beef. The suit fit the figure literally behind the scenes of the show, and the designer of the outfit, Franz Fernandez, ordered meat from his family supplier. After the event, they decided to save the dress in memory in a dry state. It was an incredible scandal. Animal advocates and vegans attacked Gaga for propaganda of cruelty and unethical behavior. And she, laughing, rubbed her hands from the fact that once again she managed to shake the audience and be in the spotlight. Dressing up and picking up songs for dresses is one of Lady Gaga's favorite stage performances. Her favorite designers are Versace and Alexander McQueen. Donatella Versace was an icon of style for the singer from her very youth. The owner of the fashion house even gave Gaga access to the archive of Versace outfits and allowed her to choose clothes for concerts and music videos. Perhaps, Donatella's heart was melted by a song dedicated to her from the album Art Pop. As for Alexander McQueen, Lady Gaga had friendly relations with him. At the designer's last Lifetime show in 2010, the singer premiered the song Bad Romance, and in the video for this song she was shot in the outfits of his design. Despite the bright stage style, in everyday life Lady Gaga dresses casually. Her typical outfit is ragged jeans or shorts and a shirt. The pop star does not hesitate to go outside and take pictures without makeup, and she also regularly angers body shamers by not hiding her forms in the event of weight gain, publicly buying pizza in the pizzeria close to her home. Speaking of her home, after her incredible musical career and success, Lady Gaga's earnings allowed her to buy several mansions. One of them is located in Malibu in West Los Angeles, which costs over $20 million and which is just as chic as its mistress. A mansion overlooking the Pacific Ocean was shown in the Netflix documentary, Gaga, 5'2". It was here that Bradley Cooper offered the singer the main role in the film A Star Is Born, for which Gaga received Oscar. The house has 8 bedrooms, several bathrooms, a living room, dining room, gym and cinema. There is a wine cellar, a bowling alley, 2 swimming pools with jacuzzi in a special guest house. The territory is enclosed by a natural landscape, on the one side, by mountains, on the other, by the ocean. Despite the provocative stage image of the singer, the interior of her mansion is made in repressed style. Pastel tones and moderate Mediterranean design dominate. Since childhood, Lady Gaga dreamed of being not only a singer, but also an actress. Therefore, in 2013, she starred in Robert Rodriguez's film Machete Kills. It was an unsuccessful experience. The film failed at the box office, the public did not like it, and Gaga, for the role of one of the incarnations of the killer La Himalayan, was nominated for Golden Raspberry in the nomination, Worst Supporting Actress. However, the artist took what is hers 3 years later. In 2016, in parallel with the recording of Joanne's 5th album, she agreed to shoot in the hotel season of the American Horror Story series. The role of the estranged hostess of the hotel, Countess Elizabeth Johnson, brought Gaga the Golden Globe Award in the nomination, Best Actress in a Television Movie or Miniseries. After this victory, her film career went uphill. In 2018, she, along with Bradley Cooper, played a major role in the musical, A Star Is Born. For this work, she received Oscar, for the song Shallow. In 2021, another film was released with the participation of Lady Gaga. She played the insidious ex-wife Maurizio Gucci in the biographical drama, House of Gucci. Surprisingly, in an endless series of albums, concerts, filming and secular parties, Lady Gaga manages not to forget about her personal life. True, her career has always been more important to her. Perhaps that is why she has 2 broken engagements and several short-term affairs. Since 2011, she met with actor Taylor Kinney, and in 2015 she accepted his offer of hand and heart. However, already in 2016 she announced that they had broken up. She is married to her work, hinted Taylor Kinney, speaking of reasons for their separation. This was confirmed by the singer herself. "I am shamelessly and with love sacrifice, bleed and do not sleep for the sake of my job." In the summer of 2017, another engagement took place in her life, with agent Christian Carino. However, this wedding was also not destined to happen. Due to the tight schedule, the couple postponed the wedding, and then completely broke up. This event coincided with the active promotion of the film, A Star is Born. At most events, Lady Gaga appeared with her film partner Bradley Cooper, and they were immediately attributed to a stormy romance. The situation was fueled by Cooper's divorce from his wife Irina Shayk, which is why Gaga was immediately called the destroyer of family happiness. In fact, there was no romancel. And as the singer herself subsequently admitted, the actors maintained the appearance of a romantic relationship specifically to fuel interest to the film. "Bradley and I cheated everyone," Lady Gaga admitted in an interview with Oprah Winfrey. And sadly added, "As soon as I acquire something in my career, I lose my beloved." Now the singer's personal life seems to have stabilized. Her new boyfriend is IT entrepreneur Michael Polanski. The figure is not public and completely unrelated to show business. The couple kept the relationship secret for several months and publicly announced their affair only in February 2020, even though they began dating in the fall of 2019. It seems that this relationship has a beneficial effect on Gaga. After the start of the romance with Polanski, the singer released her most cheerful album Chromatica. In addition to new affairs and continuous work on songs and experiments in cinema, Lady Gaga brightly manifests herself as an activist and philanthropist. She openly declared her own bisexuality and has long supported the LGBT community. In particular, she fought with the American law, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which forbade open LGBT people to serve in the U.S. Army. At the MTV Video Music Awards in 2010, she came accompanied by an escort from the military, dismissed from the Army due to sexual orientation as a mark of protest. The singer did not support the conservative policy of former U.S. President Donald Trump, and in March 2011 terminated the contract with Target Corporation when she learned about its support for American politician and homophobe Tom Emmer. Lady Gaga has been educating against HIV and AIDS by delivering public lectures on ways of infection and protection. She regularly contributes part of her earnings to charitable foundations, and in 2012 she created her own foundation, Born This Way, which supports young representatives of the LGBT community. The co-founder of the foundation is Lady Gaga's mother Cynthia Germanata. Today, Lady Gaga is still immersed in creativity. She lives in her luxurious house in Malibu and, judging by Instagram, works a lot and spends her free time with her boyfriend, and she relieves stress with the help of an extreme hobby, climbing. This is the way of life of the Queen of Pattage. When the high life practices spiritual practices and relaxes with yoga, Lady Gaga conquers new peaks, not on stage, but in reality.